Camel Trophy was once the greatest adventure ever to be tackled in a four-wheel drive. Come on! A true test of survival, grit and determination, but then it was cancelled, slipping into legend.
Decades ago, there was a simpler time. A time where men set off into the jungles and deserts with nothing but a four-wheel drive and the ambition of exploration. No GPS, no phones, no turning back. Just man and machine. A time that's been lost until now.
We're completing the final Camel Trophy from right here, the top of Tasmania, right down to the southernmost campsite in Australia, through some of the most remote, untamed wilderness in the country. Our expedition begins right here.
The Arthur River cuts Tasmania's remote west coast in half. On one side, civilization. On the other, endless kilometres of dense, wet, muddy wilderness, untouched. Tracks barely carved in, crossing one of the harshest landscapes in the country, and our adventure starts on the other side of it.
This is hectic. If I move, I think I'm going to stack it. The downstream pressure here, it's got a bit on. I was sort of linking up with Tank so we're a bit wider and had a bit more stability. Without Tank, I would be floating down the river already.
We are here in the middle of winter. And in Tasmania, that means a lot of rain and snowmelt runs through these rivers, which makes them flow hard.
Tank, you got a soft shackle there?
We're just trying to come up with a bit of a game plan. This is a very high risk crossing and you don't want to go in too quick and get all flustered and not work out what you're doing. So we're taking an extra half an hour in this case, probably even a lot more, just to work out a plan, who's got what job. Everyone's got radios for communication. It's pretty crazy. But we wouldn't do this unless we're confident. We're just going to make sure we're super safe. We'll have safety if it goes wrong this way so we can pull him back, and if it all works so we can go this way. So let's sort of make it a bit of a game plan and see how we go. It's pretty wild.
This river crossing that we're about to do is no joke. This is not, there's no video editing, nothing fancy that's going to be going on.
So we've got a snap strap and winch extension and the GU's winch ropes pulled out. He's just at the top of this hill. Because it's flowing quite quick, I'm actually expecting I'm going to move a bit, so I'm actually going to point upstream, thinking that I'll, by that end, be closer to the exit, because the exit's downstream of me.
Yeah, we're good.
GU, you good, mate?
Yeah, mate.
All right, boys, slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Let's get her across.
And so, the adventure begins.
I'm driving, Tom, but I'm also moving downstream. Come down a bit with me. You boys right with the winch rope, pull him in, but it's keeping right angle. This is good for now, boys. Keep that up. Tom, I'm driving, mate.
Yeah, I'm going.
Tom, once you've got tension, you're good to come across. I'm almost at the other side, but wait till I give you a go. Riverbank, boys, I'm coming up now. Oh, I'm starting to slow down. Tom, start to go this way.
Yeah. Alright, he's got it. We just need to fill up the water and see.
Tom, you good to come across?
Boys!
Yeah, I'm coming across, mate.
You take a bit, go a bit faster.
These crossings move fast. Everyone has to know their role.
Yeah.
You got your locker on?
Yeah.
It's not leaking. We're going to run out of rope here.
How you going, Tom? You good, mate?
Yeah, mate, I'm good. There's a lot of winch rope hanging out, though.
Wow, boy.
So the biggest river crossing I've ever done, and I'm a little bit nervous right now. The wading depth of the 79 along with the waterproofness, if that's a word, of the 79, and oh my God. Just keep pulling that winch rope in, guys. Oh my God.
Drive, Tom, drive.
She's deep. Jock got a bit of a float on just about here.
Drive further, Tom. Drive up to the light.
It's pretty deep here, but
It was fast flowing, and I was turned left hand down with the big disco, but there was traction there. That was the good thing. Got water in just about everything, but I did put the camera crew's undies up high, so they should be happy with me. That was mental, but once again, slow is smooth and smooth is fast. How'd that feel on your end, mate?
It was a little bit loose on our end. We were pulling and you were coming that quick. I didn't have time to rehook.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to make it, but then when you started like getting stuck, we were trying to find the winch hook, and then enough water went in your car, it sunk and you drove out.
That's the tone set. Now, we crack on. Exploration and survival were the goals of the Camel. But those goals were only ever achieved because of one reason: teamwork. Working together as a single unit, pushing forward metre by metre. 3 teams, 7 crew. The Camel Trophy at its core was about survival, adventure, and above all, teamwork. So to that end, we've done something a little bit different on this trip. We've left the camera car, and I've got the camera crew in here with me in the disco. Up the back, Tom and Jesse, Team Ron Burgundy. Between them, a wealth of knowledge on the tools and a good attitude.
Oh yeah. The big GU's eating it up. What do you think about this trip? That first challenge, man, was pretty wild, but you actually got to drive the big GU across. How'd you reckon?
Yeah, it was a little bit hairy.
I reckon this trip will be a ton of fun, and I'm stoked you're happy with me.
Team Repair Rig, Tank, and Jess, our photographer and Tasmania expert.
so here we go. First time in Tassie. I've been told it's going to be cold, it's going to be wet, it's going to be muddy.
Never leave home without a tank.
Straight in, straight out. Hell yeah.
If the crew are the engine, then these vehicles are the tools that will get us there. Starting with this. The Camel Trophy Discovery. A vehicle that has shaped the four-wheel drive world as we know it. The GU. Ron Burgundy. Our support rig carrying everything we need for the entire crew for a few weeks remote. The King Chrome Repair Rig. A 79 that's seen it all and is about to see a bit more.
That was an intense start. The river is right there. We've got a long way to go this way. There's big storms in Tassie recently with heaps of rain, so I reckon we're going to see this for a lot of the track. Fortunately, Jesse's got his new little saw. Oh.
I started it before when they went.
Storms have pulled 100-year-old trees onto the tracks.
So Jesse's just hopped out to grab the chainsaw for the 6,000th time. It might be better if we just leave it in here. We can jump out, chop them down, chuck them off the track, keep driving. But it's a good job to keep these tracks clear. It allows other people to enjoy it. And if we're chopping down that stuff on the actual track and putting a bit of effort to use the saws, it means that we're not going to have to actually create tracks around things and ruin even more bush. So a few dead trees, we're not chopping down any live trees, just the dead ones.
Examples of big storms in Tassie. More trees down.
Round another corner. Another tree, over the track.
After hours on the chainsaws, we push deeper. The rainforest closes in and the track grows darker.
It just looks like it's meant to be in this part of the woods, that car. It's, never thought I'd say it, but actually looks pretty cool.
Though it hasn't rained in the last few days, it doesn't matter in Tassie. The ground is wet.
It's pretty slippery though, so
Yeah, it's very slippery.
what catches off guard, we might end up sideways, possibly on the lid.
More than wet. It's made up of thousands of years of rotten trees and forest undergrowth. Sometimes the smallest things can become the biggest challenges.
It's so squishy, the ground, hey?
Yeah.
There's like a stump there.
Yeah.
If I go running down and try and climb that bank, will I clear it?
You'd be better off like hugging that stump. It looks like so. Have a look around, look at the moss. This ground is so soft, there's so much build up on the forest floor. It's actually like a big sponge when Jock drives on it. And the Disco's struggling on something that's not even an obstacle. So I think we've got our work cut out for us this trip. Have a look at that car in the bush, look at it.
Am I going to trail that stump pretty hard, or is it?
Nah, honestly, it's skidding over the housing.
Just need a little bit more tyre, I reckon.
Yeah!
Very nice, boys.
Nice job. Now we're going to get the big GU through.
With the top taken off it, it's going to get a lot tougher on each vehicle.
I should have kept going when I was going to hit my car, would have been right. That stick's like going inside my rim. Yeah, it's like going in the rim. I think that's what's stopping me.
It's all about teamwork.
The boys jump straight in to lend a hand. That's the spirit, fellas.
Good idea.
Go hard right hand down. A little bit more. Yeah, if you go left hand down and forward from there. You probably just heard the boys yell out, stop, 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 and saw the size of the log I drove into. Bit of bark here, but look at this bar. I can't even tell. I'm pretty stoked with the look of it, but it's definitely strong too. I don't reckon that's gonna be the last hit on this bar either. This bar, it's a prototype, and they thought, who's the best man to test it? Maybe me, apparently, because I'm roughing the gear. This is an EFS bar, and I reckon it actually looks pretty good. Not available yet. I'm going to test them and tell them what they should and shouldn't change.
The 79 is a beast, but not nimble. Big, heavy, hard to turn.
My locker switch just pushed in through the dash.
Mate, I think it's time to swap those air lockers out for e-lockers, eh?
Too much has been taken out of the ground here. The crew gets tank up and we crack on. This area, the Tarkine, is Australia's largest temperate rainforest and one of the biggest still standing in the world. Large areas of the Tarkine are only accessible by well-equipped four-wheel drives, and even then, the going is tough. It's a weathered country, largely unexplored due to the nature of its dense forests and unrelenting rain. One of the wettest areas in the country.
Very nice. Nicely done.
It's definitely a bridge of consequence if you go off the edge of that one.
Yeah, you know about it.
You definitely know about it.
All right, come to a bit of a slippery hill climb.
Go up there, Jock. I can see some soot flying. It looks pretty steep.
Yeah, mate, it's steep and slippery. I'm giving the Disco all she's got. Oh, I'm crossed up. Oh, I need to concentrate here.
Never thought I'd say this, but that Land Rover sounds good when it's on site.
Come on!
You're making some noise. Are you making any progress there?
I was, but I got to another section that I stopped at.
The hill is steep, and the wet clay makes it near impossible to gain traction. Trying to cross over out of this rut, but she doesn't want to. Out here, sometimes the only option is to slide back down and try again. The problem is the top's already been taken off. I think I might need to winch up this, boys. I just don't think I have the tyres to get over this little stump.
Yeah, all good. I've sent Tom up on the way to run the winch.
That's the first half done, but she doesn't stop here.
All right, boys.
Good luck.
Come on, Camel. Go on.
Spinning her tyres, the Camel makes good progress, but hits some dramas. Tassie takes its first victim.
That's me, I think.
Jock, turn it off.
Hey, Jess, can you pop the bonnet?
Yeah, we're coming. It just sounds like it's boiling. We are on probably the steepest hill I've ever been on in Tassie. Underneath the disco, there's green stuff pouring out, the steam out the top. We've worked it, we can't get the bonnet up with the old bush bars there. Gonna get that up and see if it's just boiling or if we've done a hose. Secure Jock to a winch, and yeah, got our work cut out for us getting on this big hill.
Oh, there's nothing in there. Should have stuff in there. I can't see anything at the top, might be further down, but.
Do you want me to fire it back up, see if you can see anything leaking?
We might have just pushed it out.
Oh, we're just working it too hard.
The Camel's overheated, and we're not sure why. But the header tank is empty.
So wet around the reservoir?
Just a header tank.
Yeah.
Not a good sign. Not this early in the trip.
Go a little bit more and then we'll just top it up.
For now, we need to top her up and get the Camel up this hill. Then, we can fix it properly.
Yep.
Easy on the throttle, we winch our way up.
I smell coolant again anyway.
The disco is carrying a heap of weight and no front lock is sort of hindering it on this hill a little bit. We're just taking it a little bit easier on it since we're not too sure if it's got the right amount of water in it. So I'm just going to pull the winch rope out again and we'll do another pull up here. Well, there's still pressure there, mate. That's a good sign. Oh! When your car's overheating, if there is still a little bit of water or coolant in there, it is best to try and keep it running, depressurize the system so it'll all flow around. Because if you do turn it off, it can cause some air pockets and cause extra damage. So as long as it's not off the dial hot and there is still some coolant in there spinning around, as we can see, it's good to leave it running, helps it cool down a lot quicker.
So here we go, eh?
Let's show them how to do it.
Yeah.
That is way stupider than I thought. That's definitely second gear hill.
Yep.
The Raptor on the GU takes a beating from the scrub, but it's Raptor, so it can handle it.
Wow, that is so slippy. I don't think we could have gone any slower to get all the weight up the hill. My God.
Good job, mate.
That was a ton of fun.
That's a send.
The GU had the power to get up that hill, and the 79 is not shy of power. And Tank, he's not shy to use it.
That was wild.
That was a hell of a ride.
That was a tough hill, man.
It
I reckon
was.
that's the biggest hill I've ever full driven up in Tassie.
Yeah,
For sure.
I didn't think they had hills like this.
No, I knew they had hills. I didn't think you could drive up them. It's a pretty cool track.
Yeah. End of day one, boys, and what a cracker of a start,
What a day.
hey?
We've had lots of teamwork. We've had some pretty wild challenges, and I reckon we're going to be pushing on into the night.
Long way to go. Let's get on with it, eh?
Great drive up that hill, brother.
I don't know if it was a great drive. I felt like I was a little bit of a passenger there, but it was a lot of right foot, a lot of bouncing around, but it made it.
But we're to the top of that now, and we are heading over the other side towards a river, I believe.
Apparently there's a river on the other side, yeah?
Yeah, I think we're trying to get through that before we hit camp tonight. So the sun's just gone down, it's getting pretty dark. Let's see what the old night river crossing has in store for us.
And just like that, the expedition takes us into the night. The first of many, I'm sure. More down trees. Signs of a track not driven. We clear it and keep moving. As we push, we cross the next river. It's dark, but the river is forgiving and we cross it with no fuss.
Hey, Tank, I think we might need both 500s, mate.
Big dog indeed. It's hard to tell just how long this tree has been over the track. You can see as it fell, the tree's broken into hundreds of pieces. A sign of just how wet this rainforest is. Together, we waste no time getting it cleared.
It has been a pretty full-on adventure so far. I said pushing now pretty hard into the night because we're trying to get to camp, and some pretty big challenges along the way.
First day of the Camel Trophy Australia. What do you reckon, Tom?
Well, it's not done yet.
Not done yet, but we're pushing into the night, so it's going to be a big day, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been a hell of an expedition so far.
In a forest as dense as this, you take any open area you find to pitch camp for the night.
It was a bit of a rush to get the GU done in time, and I just didn't have time to get an awning or a canopy on the back. So I've gone back to basics. I've got a gazebo. I've actually got 2 gazebos to keep the crew out of the weather, because you never know what's going to happen in Tassie. It's clear skies now, beautiful night, but I bet if we didn't set these up, we would get so much rain and wet swag. So set a couple of these up, keep the crew dry.
After a long first push, day 1 on the expedition is successful. One step closer to our goal, the very edge of Australia.
Mate, I think we've earned this after today.
Yeah, mate, you're not wrong. If today was anything to go by, the next 9 days are going to be brutal.
They're going to be wild. But I had a ton of fun today, and
Yeah,
that
me
thing
too.
has been surprising me. I never thought to say this, but it sounds so good when you're right up
It does sound good, mate.
Yeah.
It does sound good.
It
It
does.
drives nicely. It's got a bit of weight with the camera boys gear in it as well.
Man.
But
those swags on top were copping some trees today for sure.
big time, big time. Well, mate, I reckon a couple of 4Xs
Yeah.
and then early into bed, because we have a long way to go on this expedition and we are not done yet.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Coming up, our camel adventure is in full swing.
Oh, there's water coming in here.
But the GU takes a turn for the worse.
Stop. Just winch.
You could win all of this. This is Marta Cars for Cancer's biggest ever lottery. Now that's a fully decked out 79 series complete with coil conversion, chassis extension, it's got all the bar work, 12 volt gear. It's set up to tour Australia in style. And behind it you'll be towing this lifestyle camper's Recon. Now it's a very luxurious van that's built for off-road conditions. Imagine the places you could take it. If that wasn't cool enough, you'll also be getting $100,000 of gold bullion. That brings the total prize package to over $510,000. Imagine how that could change your life. Tickets are only $30, but one of the best things about it is all tickets help vital cancer research and patient care at Marta. So do yourself a favour and jump on the website carsforcancer.com.au. Get your tickets before they sell out, and trust me, this one's going to be super popular, and most importantly, good luck.
Tasmania is one of the most beautiful places in Australia. Remote, untouched, harsh. It'll test you, but mornings like this make it worth it. Today's mission is simple. Keep pushing south.
Is that just to land everything?
Yeah, a bit slow in the morning, coughs and farts and sputters. Just building up. Give her a moment.
Needs to defrost in the mornings like me. On the new tracks maps, the tracks run deeper into the scrub before reaching our goal for the day, the town of Waratah. Today, our journey takes us down deep into a valley where it's going to be wet, slippery and cold, and then we've got to climb out of that valley, and that'll see us continuing south. Big day ahead of us today, but so far, the teams have been performing well, and the expedition ever goes on. Need to do some soaring this morning, fellas. Straight out of camp, the track looks abandoned. The crew's on it fast, clearing like a well-oiled machine. When travelling through unexplored country like this, it's important to come prepared. There are so many things that can throw a spanner in the works. Preparation and teamwork. These two things will get you out of just about anything. Sure enough, it's not just trees blocking the way. Something bigger is waiting. Behind me you can see the remains of what once was a massive bridge over this river. We can't cross, it is very, very deep through there. We can't even get the cars down there, which means there's only one option. We need to turn around and head back deep into the Tassie bush.
Bit of an early morning chainsaw session there to clear this track. Got down to the bottom and then there was a bridge that's no longer a bridge. So now we have to push our way through the wilderness. It's gonna be pretty tough because that was 2 chainsaws out, 3 or 4 people helping out.
Here we are live in the Big G, and look at this. We got Tommy behind the wheel again. He's we might have converted him from us, right?
No, I'm a bit concerned because I think it's rubbing off on me. I think I might be in for a patrol soon. Sorry.
We've converted him.
The GU's humming, but the disco starts coughing at the top. So just coming up this hill, I wasn't working the engine too hard and it's gotten hot again, which we don't want, and we reckon we've found the problem being the viscous coupling in the fan hub isn't really doing what it's supposed to. You still should be able to spin the fan, but it shouldn't spin that much. For example, you should have a bit of resistance. It just keeps going. And what that means is it's essentially just not pulling enough air through the radiator. This would have been the cause of yesterday's overheating gremlin. I've come prepared for moments like this, and I have a spare viscous hub.
Well, basically it's got a couple of plates in there with some grooves in it, and there's a fluid that goes in there which is a viscous fluid, and when that gets hot it basically locks up the plate. So it's like that's why they call it a fan clutch. It's a clutch but it's sort of engaged with a viscous fluid.
How good's that? Normally I'm a bloke walking around trying to scab water from my car. This time the tablets have turned. It's done on Watson trays. It's got so many hidden features. It's got a water tank in the headboard and one underneath. I'm just spoiled. I can wash my hands, can lend Jock some water. I'm loving this. Imagine when I go to canopy. It's gonna be crazy. Do you want a snack? We'll get a snack while we're here.
Let's hope this fan hub holds up, because I don't have a spare for my spare.
Just totally overgrown this track. I don't think anyone's been in here for a long while, but we're right in the thick of it.
Behind me is the first bog hole of many to come on our expedition. So far we've had a bit of everything. It's been pretty cool. We've crossed a 40-metre wide raging river. We've climbed some massive mountains, had to winch the disco up. We've had a few mechanical problems, but the team has kept us going. If there's anything to go by, I reckon we could have the winches out a few times today.
All right. See how this bog hole goes.
The trophy tribute into the first bog hole. Ooh. Oh, ooh. There could be a log in there.
Bog holes like this are brutal on the first vehicle through.
I was not expecting that. Do you want to go back or forward?
I reckon maybe winch me forwards if you can get to the winch rope. If not,
yeah, that's all right. I'll get the winch rope. The boys will get the recovery gear off. Winch out a little wee bit. That is so cold. Out. That's what we call being unprepared. Normally the first bog hole in the truck isn't that bad. Turns out this one is. We probably should have had a recovery gear ready.
The Camel is in deep, and the bog hole has suctioned it good. The door seals, also not good.
No one's been through here in a while. You can see the mud oozing out the side.
There is so much water in here.
How's it going in there?
My feet are wet.
Uh-oh. What's that?
Hopefully it's clearing it out all right.
Yeah, you're so much oozing mud and stuff. She's going, she's going. Just as suspected, the winches are out, first bog hole in, and we're told on this track that you're going to lose count of the bog holes pretty quickly, so you're going to get in the workout today. Time to put the waders on.
The team pushes through and the Camel is out. Jesse, let's see what the GU's got.
First real mud obstacle of the trip, and it's a bit of a tricky one. We're on an expedition here, so I don't want to go too hard and get mud everywhere and cause mechanical damage, but also don't want to sit in there and fill the car with water. So I'm going to go mediocre, second gear, bit of ascend, and see how we go.
Jesse gets moving, but with the Camel having cleared out a lot of the mud, he's able to reverse for attempt number 2.
Rightio.
Our mate Jesse is not one to give up.
Go on, son. Yeah, boy! I didn't really want to get water in the car. I think I got water everywhere else, but I call that track maintenance. No one had driven it for a while. Obviously, you know, someone comes in with 33s, he's going to fill their car with water. So I just cleared all that mud out the Jock didn't get out. And we're through. Should have I done that early in the expedition? Probably not. I just did a piece to my camera saying I'm going to take it easy, so I don't cause any mechanical damage. But what I'm thinking of is the car behind me. Tank should be able to drive that in first go. How good is this? Camel Trophy, Australia. I love it.
All right, first proper bog hole. See if the 79 can get this done.
Tank gives it a crack, but goes to the winch.
She bogged.
Too early in the game to risk alternators.
All right, the winches are now doing the work. A little bit of drive. Oh, we're getting out. We're nearly there.
The track starts to climb, cutting through the trees where the roots and mud could stop us in our tracks.
100 metres into another bog hole. See how we go through here. I reckon I'm going to be working disco hard. That's me, I reckon, boys.
Working the Kumho MT51s hard on the disco, and they're impressing the heck out of me.
Yeah!
Let's have it.
This trip is going to be so much fun. The G is going well. I think the alternator might be going at the moment, but we'll press on. Like these TDs don't need much to run. Beautiful.
The deeper we go in this Tasmanian bush, the muddier it seems to get. I hate it.
I just don't think I have the tyres for that step.
Nah, it's a big step. We're good. If we put some stuff in there, you might be right.
Nah, let's just winch it up. I don't know, whatever I'm hitting at the back, I keep hitting it.
On climbs like this, momentum is your friend. But slippery tree roots will stop any vehicle in its tracks. The boys help drag the disco upward, slow and steady.
Nice, fellas.
Just slippery tree roots. This is proper camel spec here. I don't want to work the disco too hard. She humbled me yesterday on that hill, so have a few goes and then go for another winch, I reckon. Got a long way to go on this expedition.
Second attempt off the winch.
That's me, I reckon.
Same result. No momentum. Wheels just spin.
All right. Let's get you up, Disco. Slow as smooth and smooth as fast.
A few metres under my own steam and back on the winch to the top.
Now she looks camel spec. Just got to keep the Australian flag clean.
What do you reckon, Tom? I reckon we're gonna have a bit on up here. It's pretty slippery.
Yeah, after watching that Landy go up there, mate, I think we might have a bit of a challenge on our
The top's
hands.
knocked off it now. I think it's gonna be second gear low and pinball our way up.
Let's go.
Ron Burgundy's turn. More power, bigger tyres. Tom and Jesse, send it.
That's a good old dig.
Further than I thought.
Yeah, we got up over that step too.
That was further than I thought.
It's hard when you can't see anything.
Yeah.
In all that chaos, I copped a face full of mud. Thanks, Jesse.
I had nowhere to go. I couldn't go that way because that was a firing line. I was just stuck behind you just going, ah!
I was not expecting to get that far.
Usually, your first attempt is the best. That's the case here. After every try, it just forces the GU further back.
We'll have to go all the way down.
Jesse resets down the bottom for a one more, no more attempt. But traction's gone. The GU slides all the way back. And then, the real problem shows itself.
Oh, she's getting hot. I think the kettle just boiled.
The GU starts billowing smoke from the engine bay. Something's gone wrong. Tom's out fast to assess.
Is it just spewing out?
Is it warm?
No, the gauge is good. Oh, the fan might have done the radiator by the looks.
Oh. Flexed into it.
I reckon.
Ah.
Can't see. Yep. Is that square on top?
No. I don't have a spare one of them.
The worst confirmed. The fan has flexed into the radiator, punching holes.
I need supervision. The temp was good. The temp's fine. It was just. I reckon it would have been that stump because I could feel it grab everything on the way back.
When you came down the hill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, at the very top, right behind the car.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, how did we get under there?
I reckon. Yeah. The body would have gone up. It's a long way though.
A long way, hey.
Yeah. Oh my god, that is a long way.
Well, we will probably have to wait for it to cool down and pull it out. Well, the expedition has heated up.
Yeah, heat up for it's been hot the whole time. Unfortunately, now I'm the hot one. The body and engine, everything's had a bit of movement up there, and unfortunately, the fan has pierced the radiator.
Teamwork once again coming through here, and we've got a bit of a plan. So it's much nicer to change the radiator up the top of the hill. It's flatter. You're not lying in mud as much, and tanks also got to come through. So we're going to refill the header tank of the GU, and then leave the cap popped so it doesn't build up pressure and just leak out of the radiator real hard. Whilst we're doing that, we'll keep an eye on it and just winch Jesse as far as we can, and we'll see how far we can get Jesse. Then we can start moving tank through and keep the expedition moving forward.
We top the tank back up. It'll leak, but it'll buy us time. Enough to keep the GU running for winching. With some driving and some winching, Jesse crawls up, all while the GU cooks under the bonnet.
Made it to the top. What we're going to do now is cool the car down, have a bit of lunch, and then we'll pull the radiator out and do a bit of a repair.
As good as we're going to get, I reckon.
Yeah. We are deep in the Tassie bush, and if there was a place I wanted to have a hole in the radiator, it probably wouldn't be here because there's no shops around. We're going to pull the radiator out of the GU. The fans made contact with it and put a big hole in it. So we're going to pull it out, see if we can seal it up with some bush fixes. Hopefully it's enough to get us out. We're on an A to B tour, so there's no big cities on the way. Hopefully we can get one in Waratah. That's the next big smoke we're going through. And if not, hopefully the repair lasts for the whole trip. Anyway, let's get stuck into it.
You know you're on an adventure when Waratah is the big smoke.
Exactly, yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
Bit heavy. Yeah, it's all the holes at the top there.
Oh my golly gosh, yeah. It's pretty wild what we're going to have to do here. What we're going to do, we can see the top tank there, but these fins here are actually bent over. So we're just worried we won't be able to seal them off. So we're going to actually cut these fins down to here and block them off. We can crimp the end off as good as we can. And then we're going to have better access to try and crimp the top off. It's I guess it's a pretty rogue situation, but I think it's what we're going to have to do, because if we just jam putty in there, it's not going to seal these upright ones, I don't reckon. What do you reckon, Tom?
Yeah, I reckon you're on the money there.
Yeah.
It looks a bit wild, but it might be the only solution.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Whilst Jesse's fixing his radiator, I thought I'd help him out with a bit of a charge. Had this king chrome generator strapped on the roof of the Disco. I've always wanted to do this in Tassie because I brought a battery charger, plugged into the Jenny. We'll charge it up on the battery, and then if we don't change the alternator now, because we're going to do more mud bogging, we can strap the generator to the tray, run an extension lead down and charge the battery whilst we're driving. Sick.
Is that blowtorch going? We get to just like try and dry this one work?
Yeah. I think the little one works too. Get two guns.
Just to get it a bit hot and dry. That one, yeah.
That one works fine.
Oh, that's right. Oh my god, that's all the brake cleaner.
Oh, shit.
Oh no.
I just don't want the plastic tape to catch on fire, that's all.
Put a rag under it.
Oh.
Stuff it.
Go over the top, you go over the top, and I'll get the bottom. There's a water tank there.
Yeah.
Quick. Oh, we just got it dry too. We're just trying to dry this out a little bit. And there was a tiny bit of brake cleaner residue, but it's like, you know, it evaporates. It's pretty good. Anyway, we sprayed it, but it turns out there was a bit in the fins, and we had a small fire. Nothing too dangerous. I was just concerned about the plastic tank getting too hot because we don't want to have to remake that. But it was pretty dry. Now it's really wet because we poured water on it and put the fire out. But
yeah, we're good.
next step is get a bit of this stuff and get it ready. And all we're going to do is we'll try to block these off, and we can't really. Ideally you would chop this and have fins there too, but we don't have that. So we're just going to try and knead as much as we possibly can in there. Cross our fingers that it's enough.
The fin's sealed, and Jesse clears what mud he can from the radiator, and it goes back in. For now, we hope it holds.
As you can tell by the lighting situation, a fair bit of time has passed. Night is starting to fall. The radiator is back in the G. You're about to put some water in there. Fingers crossed it doesn't leak. Hopefully we can pick one up along the way. All this repair is good enough to last the rest of the journey. Regardless, I think we're going to need to keep on pushing in through the night because we've got a lot of Ks to cover, and something tells me down that track there's going to be a lot more bog holes, winching, and hopefully no more mechanical problems.
Next little job we're going to attempt, we're going to strap the generator to the tray, run a power lead into the engine bay, and then hook it up to the battery charger. So whilst he's driving the generator, we'll be powering his battery. Hopefully it works. A bodged radiator, a generator feeding power. This is what Camel Trophy Spirit looks like.
Well, Tomo, we are on the move again. The radiator hasn't completely stopped leaking, but the leak is much smaller. Couldn't have done it without you. Sorry for breaking our Camel Trophy car, but lucky I've got you with me.
It's not broken, it's just slightly wounded.
We're in a small limp mode at the moment, aren't we?
I reckon we just take it easy, keep an eye on that gauge.
Yeah.
And, you know, if we stop again, we'll just check water levels, put a bit more water in it, just keep topping her up.
There's magic in night driving here. The forest disappears. The world shrinks to the track ahead. Darkness takes the sting out of the bog holes. Sometimes it's easier to just send it.
Nice, very nice.
As we keep pushing south, the evidence of what's ahead is clear. Water covers most of the track. We ease forward. The going is tougher, but the goal remains. The end of Australia is that way, and we keep pushing.
Behind me, you can't see, but it is a massive bog hole and it's very deep. We're stuck the stick in there, it's super soft on the bottom. And unfortunately, because someone broke their car, we've got to push into the night and make up time. Something tells me it's going to be a long night. Might even see the sun come up.
It's all fun and games until it's not. Some of these bog holes will swallow a rig hole. And in winter, the water is freezing.
That's wild.
You don't want to get stuck too long.
This feels so wild in here. Plenty on it, mate, plenty on it. Nice.
Oh, putting a disco on a lean gets the wind up you. Plus I got a little bit of weight on the roof. And the bottom was soft, so it just kept giving way more and more and more.
That looks way more stable in your car.
Nicely driven.
We skirt around this one and get through.
Whew. That was a big angle, but it was pretty nice. Happy about that.
Yeah.
We edge closer to our pit stop, the town of Waratah. The goal is to reach it tonight, but anything could stop us.
Another 10 metres up the track. Another bog hole of doom. Let's go check it out.
That log halfway along looks a bit doomy.
Looks a bit deep.
This bog hole may stop the disco. It's pretty deep and sloppy.
All right, I think I'm gonna be winching the disco out of here. See what happens. Just as predicted, the Camel starts filling up fast.
Oh, there's water coming in here.
Yep.
My feet are underwater. Let's try and steer left if I can, just to try and keep away from that tree stump. There it is, that's the tree stump there. It feels like it's climbing it. Yeah, she's climbing. Now if I... Oh, there is so much mud.
Good drive, mate. You get a bit of water in?
Oh yeah.
Have a look at that. Wow. Oh. At least it's clean-ish.
Yeah.
It's not salt.
I managed to keep my feet on top of the pedal so they didn't get too wet, but a lot of water came in. Hopefully I've cleared it out for you guys.
Yeah, fingers crossed. There is stuff in this car everywhere at the moment. I can barely see out the front. Oh, and there's a big bog hole in front of me. This is the Camel Trophy Full Drive 24/7 edition. And it is a ton of fun.
There he is.
Jesse, he's not hanging around.
Yes, son! We got it. I tried to stay out, couldn't get it. Dropped in, completely darked out because the fog lights went underwater. And we made it.
I think that's me done.
Tank hits a log and stops dead. Team on recovery. He's out, but not without damage.
Think you might have done a CV. Is your front locker on?
Sounds bad.
Yep. Bugger. 3 cars enter, 1 car remains. I can hook you both up to the Land Rover if you want. I think first things first, we'll get you out of this bog and then have a bit of a think about the best way forward.
Now, 2 out of 3 rigs are limping. The GU with a patched radiator and the 79 down to 3-wheel drive. The Camel? Let's have it. Tasmania is unforgiving. The track climbs again. Clay ruts act like anchors, but the KLR diff housing ploughs through. One of the big upgrades we did to the Disco before coming to Tassie on the Camel Trophy tribute trip was swapping out the front diff housing. And that's because Land Rover diff housings, particularly around the pumpkin, are notoriously not very strong. I actually bent and put a hole in my original front diff housing on a previous trip in New South Wales. This upgrade from KLR, it's a Maya front diff housing. It's a complete bolt-in upgrade. It's way stronger, and you're not going to bend it like you would a traditional Rover housing, which is really important, particularly when you don't have as much clearance like me in these deep ruts. That diff has been getting an absolute workout. Add to the fact it's stronger, and I reckon it was a very smart move putting it in before this trip.
Another bog hole.
With all the vehicles limping, we need to get to some sort of dry, flat ground and have a look in the cool light of day. But Tassie, she has other ideas. The track teases openings, then swallows you again. Tighter, deeper, colder as night drags on. The track's unrelenting. No daylight, no margin for error. Ease through or sacrifice your panels. If in doubt, get the crew in.
Out.
Winch it out. We can't afford any more breakages. We are pushing hard deep into the night and it's quickly becoming full chaos, but we're loving it. Recovery becomes routine. Straps, winches, communication. In 3-wheel drive, Tank guides the 79 through with care. Easy on the throttle, nursing it along. But remember when I said the track has become one never-ending challenge? Oh, feels like my rear diff, I think.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you got your front just past it's right on your rear. It's big though. If you want to get past that, you're gonna have to give it so much mongrel.
Yeah.
Oh, just do that.
That was strange. What a rig. Unbreakable. This is why our Camel Trophy forefathers chose them. They take the punishment.
That's a winch. The expedition is getting quite hectic. We're pushing late on into the night, and I tell you what, this track just keeps on giving challenge after challenge. It's getting so dense that we're getting a fair bit of damage on the vehicle just trying to push through even on the non-challenging sections. It's yeah, all systems go, heaps of teamwork, heaps of winching, heaps of recoveries. It's full on, but it's a full on expedition, and that's what we love. Full driving adventure doesn't get much better.
You know that last drive, the only thing I did different, did you just break my car?
No, the headlight was already a little bit broken.
Yeah, but you got to smooch it back in.
Yeah, it's smooched in, don't you worry. This is next level crazy, this track now. We are pushing deep into the night, deep into the Tassie bush, and yeah, there's a lot on. Kind of like a needle through a haystack, threading something through a needle. Something big through a little space. It's working.
You need to steer to me a bit now, just a little bit. Yeah, that's it.
And in the end, you spend so long kicking a line, you're in the mud, so you just slip in, but it is so fun.
Hell yeah, brother!
Just like Daddy says. Game face is on. Well into the early hours now.
Oh, I missed it. Nice tank! Yes, tank! Let her eat!
Tank, stop. Just winch.
Nice, mate.
Finally, the track eases. Water drains. But we're still a long way from today's goal. Well, today was slow going on the expedition. We planned to get to Waratah, but didn't quite make it. It's late at night. We found a bit easier terrain to pick up the speed a little bit, but we still have a long way to go. For us now, the road goes on.
It was a cold one last night at camp. There was ice on just about everything. You've got to remember, it is winter in Tassie right now. We definitely felt it. We have a massive day ahead. Steep, slippery hill climbs, mud, and you guessed it, judging by the state of the car, more mud, which means I'm going to be working the disco pretty hard. It's really important when you're doing trips like this to carry some spare oil, particularly engine oil, because that engine, you heard it yesterday a few times up some of those hill climbs, she was working. So I check it every single day and then top it up as we need to. Another really important point is if you're doing some driving like this, when you get home, make sure you check and change your powertrain oils. Front diff, rear diff, gearbox and transfer case. Because even if you have diff breathers, sometimes water can make its way in. It's really important that you keep those oils in tip-top shape so you can make it back out here next time. As for me though, top up the engine, start her up, warm her up and head that way.
We continue pushing on early this morning, hoping we can limp these broken vehicles to Waratah, where repairs will be easier. The track softens. A solid bridge, an easier run. But just as we hit the blacktop, we have more dramas.
We only made it 20 or 30 Ks out of camp today, and the 79 CV has given up the ghost. Tank steering is completely locked up. We're hoping it was going to stay in enough bigger pieces to limp into Waratah. That's not the case, so we're going to stop here. We've chocked the car against the bank. We're going to change the CV right here on the side of the track. The other boys are going to push ahead in Waratah because they're sort of meeting up with a few people, maybe getting a few parts sorted. Hopefully we'll get this fixed. Still be able to limp the GU into Waratah, and by the time we're in there, the boys will be back with the parts sorted, and we continue along in our Camel Trophy adventure. How many pieces, Tom?
I don't know, but I think some just fell out. No, they shouldn't. It's all secret. It should be like 5.
We've done plenty of CVs on 79s. This should be no different.
Moment of truth. Oh, it feels a bit average.
Sounds a bit average.
I thought I had the slot lined up. Oh, there it is.
There you go. I thought there you go, the cup's fine.
Well, if these pieces of like cage or balls or whatever get stuck down behind this bell on the end of the housing here, you can just, it binds up everything in the front. So for what it's worth, we might just pull the whole thing off and just clean it out, because it's not worth putting a new CV in and chunks either floating around binding up the steering or getting back into the new CV and just obliterating it. So pull the whole thing off and give it all a proper clean, and then we know it's sweet. Oh, there's just massive chunks of metal in here. So it's not ideal, this situation, because we've had to limp it and try and get it out of here. All the broken bits have been floating around in here, and I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but it's actually flogged all of the seal, where the seal sits as well. So even if we had a new seal, which we don't, it'd be very hard to get that in. So we might have to do a bit of a MacGyver fix. And then when we get back into town, when we do have a seal, we'll clean it up and get it all back together and sealing properly.
A spanner in the works for what's usually a straightforward repair. Let's hope the little town of Waratah has the parts we need. Otherwise, Tank's in trouble. But for now, he's still got 3 wheels, and that's all we need to push on. Waratah is a sleepy little village on Tasmania's Central Plateau. Once one of the richest mining towns in the world, Waratah is now a relic of the past. In true four-wheel drive 24/7 style, the first stop is the pub. Then, straight into repairs.
We're changing the alternator on the GU, and to make the job heaps easier, we've had to pull the radiator out because there's a big hole in it. So sometimes breaking extra things makes the other jobs easier. Moment of truth, the new alternator's in. Let's see if the battery light goes off. Haha, straight off. How good is that? She's charging. The boy's actually checking out here with the flush bit of King Chrome kit. There's a big log there. God, if it's charging. It's climbing. Yeah, she's going up.
The Camel returns with parts in hand. And I just want to take a moment to appreciate this. A Land Rover getting parts for a 79 and a GU.
Got the new radiator, the fan shroud fits on. Unfortunately, it was a marketplace special, and we realised there is one little difference. We're going to be able to bush mechanic fix it up a little bit. This one is set up for an overflow tank over in the garden. This one doesn't have that port, it's just set up for the pressurised cap here in a normal overflow system. So we'll block up a few pipes and run a couple of things and make a few things work. We'll be able to make it work regardless. This one, look at this, I'll pick it up. I can see you through it, but you probably can't see me through it. That one, we can both see each other through. So this one's a much better thing. We'll whack her in, get some coolant in, bleed it up, and get back to the track, because I'm keen to keep pushing on our Camel Trophy tour.
With the parts in hand, we get busy. Radiator in, CV swapped.
Well, Jesse, the pit stop in Waratah was worth it. The GU is good to go.
The GU is good to go. The big 79's fixed. We had a look around the town. It's absolutely beautiful here.
How good, Waratah, my favourite pub in Australia.
Pit stop, a couple of cold beers, maybe a nice pub feed in there. Get up early in the morning, straight back in the bush.
Sounds perfect, mate.
With a successful pit stop behind us, we're back in central western Tasmania. Beyond Waratah lies dense rainforest as far as the eye can see, and that is where we're heading. Last night dropped well below zero. The bog holes are frozen solid. Another challenge waiting for us today. If the last few days were tough, the next leg doubles down. Tracks get narrower, mud gets deeper.
The expedition is definitely taking us south now, and we're getting pretty deep into this. There's a big rutted section. don't know if you can see this, but I'm in a rut that is nearly eye level with me in the car, to be honest. It is huge. The mirror's folded in, the car's leaning against this rut, and I can touch it just here.
Hold on, I reckon she's going to be pretty slippery.
I'm holding on.
Hey, Jesse, got a copy, mate?
Yeah, mate, got a copy. That entry is quite slippery.
Yeah, you're not wrong, mate. It's a good intro to one of the toughest tracks in Tassie. We venture further south.
Man, I am so keen. This looks unreal. What an epic way to start a track. This is unreal.
Some might recognise this spot. This marks the end of the $1,000 track. But today, it's just the start.
All right, let's see how we go through here.
After a few more rivers and with the vehicles rinsed clean, the track dips away.
It's this is completely different to the other one. It's sort of in a hollow, so Tom just walked it, and as you can see by his weight, it's very boggy. The other one had a firm bottom, so there's a few different lines, but I think no matter which line you take, you're going to end up on the main one. So yeah, I've got Jock's rope here. We're going to try a quicker recovery this time.
This bog hole looks proper deep. It also looks like it's on a real mad angle. Land Rover Discoveries don't love real mad angles, so this will be interesting. I just want to keep my windows off those logs and stumps on the left-hand side.
In Tassie, improvisation gets punished. Preparation is survival.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
That was probably the fastest hookup. Oh man, there is some load on this winch.
The mud is unforgiving. The Camel doesn't even make it down the slope.
I want to try and stick over to this right-hand side as much as I can, but I can feel it wanting to go left. We've put the winch higher on the right-hand side, so I don't want to tip into that. The water is pretty much at my door handle.
This is no place to linger.
So this is where I'm just going to keep more load on the winch to just try and pull my nose down. This might feel a little bit wild.
That winch angle is good though, keeping it off there.
The Camel leans hard, glass on the bank.
Don't break the glass, don't break the glass, don't break the glass, don't break the glass. Don't break it, don't break it, don't break it, don't break it.
Look at the ploughing the front diff did. You want to see if you can drive forward?
Yeah.
Teamwork shines again. The Camel makes it through unscathed.
I smooched the back pillar, but the timber was sitting on the glass and pushing on it. I was like, don't break, don't break, don't break.
I'll just put this loosely in here and we'll sort it out.
Yeah, that'll be right.
I'm just trying to suss a line. There's two, or there's actually three. This one's better because the car's flatter, but then you've got to drive over two logs there. You probably have to chop that one. This one, there's no one better than the other one, really.
Hoping to keep his still new GU build out of the mud, Jesse clears a log that could cause panel damage on the left side of the track. With the winch ready, Jesse lines up the GU on a different line. The ruts are window deep. The ground's chewed to pieces, and there's no way around. This is it. Send it, and maybe we make it through. Get it wrong, and the whole expedition could stop right here.
Which, go the other side. Oh, I don't really know.
Next time, the edge of Australia. Deep in Tasmania's southwest rainforest. Unforgiving, unrelenting. Colder nights, harsher terrain. Bog holes that swallow rigs whole.
Oh man.
This is what the Camel Trophy was built on. Teamwork, endurance, never giving up. And we won't stop until we stand at the very end of Australia.
Up there looks like we're going uphill.
This is the last Camel Trophy expedition.